Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch along of Fiorentina versus Lazio in Serie A. Like, subscribe to my notification, go to post, put your question in the chat as well, and we'll have a good old conversation during the stream. And here is your lineup for both teams. They've got both lineups at the same time. The lineup on your left is your Fiorentina lineup, and on your right is your Lazio lineup for today's game, folks. So guys, keep putting your question in the chat, like, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Hopefully it'll be a good game of football. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it. So guys, put your question in the chat. Let's get some questions in.
Not exactly free scoring in Serie A, only 7 league goals for so far. The 3 European goal scorers, Luka Jovic, Christian Kwame and Rolando Mandragora, the 8 million purchase from Juventus via Torino. As for Lazio, 5 changes following the 0-0 draw at Sturm Graz. Manuel Lazzari and
So guys, let's get your questions going, folks.
Antonio in midfield, and Mattia Zaccagni keeps up his run of starting in every league game so far. But mind you, he has some way to go to catch up with Ciro Immobile, who marks his 300th Serie A appearance here tonight. Fabio Maresca is the referee.
So guys, keep your questions at the ready. The game is about to get underway between Fiorentina and the Lazio, folks.
Wonderful, wonderful career, and still much promise of more from Immobile, of course. 187 goals in his 300 Serie A games so far.
We are just waiting, folks, for the game to get underway.
Fabulous Monday night atmosphere here. I mentioned the mix of emotions.
The game is underway.
They actually start in the lower half of the table.
Lazio versus Fiorentina. Off we go, folks.
Progress over the last year or so in the bigger picture.
So let's go and over for a good game of football. If you guys are the stream with the like button, don't forget to like, subscribe if you are new to the channel.
Whether you love his methods or not, I think it's quite difficult to argue over whether Maurizio Sarri has got Lazio going in the right direction. What's your view, FM? Good evening.
Yes, good evening, Paul, and everybody at home watching. Maurizio Sarri, I think he's done pretty well, to be honest. It's never easy, of course, coming to one of the big clubs in Italian football. Expectation is raised. He's had success on his travels. Chelsea manager. I think the jury's out still. As you said, I don't think he has convinced everybody. But in truth, let's see what happens at the end of the season. They're fighting on the European front, and if they can get into the top 4, of course, that would be a fantastic achievement.
Second season here for Italiano. Finished 7th, Fiorentina. First time round under him. And that was despite a real fall-off, Efan, in the last 6 weeks of the season. Amazing.
So, hopefully, we get a good game here. We'll also be keeping an eye at the same time on the game between Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest.
If they can finish slightly higher domestically as well. Serie A is always, of course, it's It really is the main ingredient for Italian clubs in European competitions. Of course, they're nice, but domestically it's such a big thing for them to finish as high as they can in the table.
So guys, keep your questions coming. But hopefully we get a couple of goals in this game, folks, for you.
Already as Jovic smashed into Antonio for that one there on Felipe Anderson by Mandragora.
There's a young man who I loved seeing when he was in the Bundesliga, Jovic, and made that big move to Real Madrid. I was hoping it was going to work out for him, but in truth, I always knew it was going to be extremely difficult, and he's yet to find himself.
You're right. 60 million spent on him by Real Madrid. He's reached here as a free transfer. Here come Lazio. Recycled by Marcos Antonio.
Just needs to play, stay fit, gain some confidence.
Just keep voting on who you think is going to win, folks.
Where we saw 3-4 seasons ago.
One of the subplot today. Very much in our minds once more, given the events in Kiev. I think the goalkeeper had control of that, Terracciano.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to know with him.
He judged it well, he didn't panic. He knew it was going to be a bounce.
I was just about to say, I think, with the events today in Kiev and across the Ukraine. Right back for Fiorentina here, Dodo. Marcos Antonio playing for Lazio when they could still be Shakhtar Donetsk players were it not for the crisis in that country. Both have ended up playing in Serie A and on opposite sides tonight.
Oh, it's going to be a goal! Oh, nearly a goal for Fiorentina.
Confident smiles on him there, but it should be 1-0 to Fiorentina.
Fiorentina should be 1-0 up.
I've spoken about it already. Jovic needs goals. It's that simple.
He struck it well, the goalkeeper fumbled it. As you said, Ivan Provedel is a lucky boy.
Fiorentina are lucky, folks, not to be... Lazio are lucky not to be 1-0 down.
Which is unconventional to say the least. Jovic would feel he should have scored.
And run back to Biraghi. Crosses with his right foot. Mandragora. Kwame.
But guys, get your vote in the chat. Oh, nearly a goal for Luka Jovic for Fiorentina, folks.
Two chances in less than 2 minutes. Beautiful ball, isn't it, from Kwame after a super cross to pick him out. The only one. Yeah, there's the first chance. It's been a bit tentative.
Lazio should be 1-0 down.
Concentrating on his technique. Yeah, it's not an easy one for the goalkeeper because it's spinning. Slippy as well.
Free kick to Lazio, folks.
It's gone against Amrabat. So second start tonight, FN, for Marcos Antonio.
We're also going to be looking at scores on the doors, as I'll give you the lineups for both Nottingham Forest and for Aston Villa. Nearly 1-0 Fiorentina to keep you guys in tow with how that game's going on. Henderson is playing. You got Aurier, Cook, McKenna, Tuffalo, Chiarte, Fuller, Yates, gives White, Johnson and Dennis is your starting lineup for Nottingham Forest. For Aston Villa is Martinez, Cash, Konza, Mings, Young, Ramsey, Louise, McGinn, Coutinho, Watkins and Buendia for Aston Villa. And that's good for me because my fantasy team, both of them are starting, so that is a good thing.
Before tonight, they could have had a couple already in this game. Biraghi from the other side with his more accustomed left foot.
And in some of the other games in the ESPN Premier Division is Carshall and Athletic 0, Avery 0. In the Southern Premier Division Central is Hitchintown 0, Leiston 0. And we will also be keeping an eye on Lecce versus Mallorca as well, folks.
Over to Igor. So Luciano in goal, incidentally, has got fresh competition this season from Pierluigi Golini, who was loaned to Tottenham, of course. Golini did play in the European game on Thursday night at Tynecastle. Here come Fiorentina again. Lazio need to regroup quickly. Bonaventura was ready to pull the trigger on that one.
Still Fiorentina 0, Lazio 0, folks. But at the moment, we are still keeping in touch with the games. We're just going to be doing it bit by bit.
I know Jovic is short of a goal or three at the moment, but you know, restocking post Vlahovic with the likes of.
So we're going to be keeping an eye on Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest, Lecce versus Mallorca, and other games, Carl Shelton versus Avery, and Hitchintown versus Leeds. Just keep an eye on all the games which are playing tonight. Give me some questions in the chat, folks. Like, sub and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It is Fiorentina 0, Lazio 0. So guys, keep your questions coming. Let's have some conversations during the game.
That is in danger of straining the referee's patience here, even this early in this contest. He's still reining in a bit.
So keep your questions coming. Fiorentina got it away, folks. Or could they break?
Slides it forward to Iconi very nicely.
Could Fiorentina break on it? On Lazio? Oh, they messed it up. They could have actually had a shot.
They needed him to make the effort. And then Marcus Antonio to calm it down a little bit for the visitors. Given away by Felipe Anderson. Towed back by Immobile. Zaccagni. Back to Marusic. Patrick. Italian plenty of Serie A games across that back line tonight. Crocodile.
Stay away with that one.
Immobile. That's a bit more like it. On to Vecino, and he moved it quickly to Zaccagni. Has got a goal this season. Already well.
Yeah, that's good play from Lazio. Nice and composed. He went it all the way from inside their own penalty. As I said, the goalkeeper took a chance, but found his intended target. And ended with a corner a few seconds later. The sides in form, Paul, they can ride out these little storms. They don't necessarily panic. The body of work so far in the campaign says that.
Corner to Lazio. Ball's crossed in. Header. Goal. Goal for Lazio. It's a goal. Goal, folks, for Lazio.
And he continues to settle in very nicely indeed.
It's Lazio 1. Fiorentina 0. Folks. 1-0 Lazio.
Well, this is a movie we've seen many times before, haven't we? Any side who's been on top, not able to break down the opposing defence.
Vecino with the goal.
Breakaway. In truth, Paul, that's extremely difficult to defend against. When that delivery is right on the money, as it was there, you've got 4 or 5 players going for the football. Very difficult to be critical of anyone defensively. It's just a super header. Great delivery, pace on it, just had to guide it and hope that the goalkeeper was coming near post. He was. And Lazio take the lead.
Certainly didn't sign him for his goal-scoring prowess. Just one last season at Inter, one the season before, two the season before that.
Yeah, three already this campaign.
So guys,
Scored twice.
it's Lazio 1, Fiorentina 0.
Composed, wasn't it? That breakout. I mean, I said the goalkeeper was a little bit lucky. He was, but as soon as it got to the middle of the field, they were already well in sync.
Kona. Just had a feeling this would be a good one for us on this Monday night. And it certainly started like that.
Early chances, early goal. Not for Fiorentina, as they believe it should have been.
Fouls by Dodo.
The game plan for Maurizio Sarri can come into effect without his players being unduly stressed. Don't have to force the issue. Prey on any nerves or anxiety or the desperation that may come into Laviola's play over the next couple of minutes.
Martinez Quarta. Hooked it down the line. Patrick was waiting. Test out the pace here of Dodo. I just had an idea, that he'd get there. I've seen him playing for Shakhtar enough times. He's mighty rapid. Gets it off.
So guys, get your questions in the chat. Like, sub and subscribe if you are new.
What a drag down that is by Kwame.
Just started the game well.
Here's Benaghi.
Crosses into the box.
Reflection on it. One thing he did possess when we were watching him play for Eintracht Frankfurt, he was absolutely devastating in the air, wasn't he, Jovic? Balls like that which were dropping on top of goalkeepers. He made goalkeepers' lives a misery at times.
He scored all types of goals, both left foot, right foot headers.
Fiorentina are giving it a good go.
It was quite a powerful Frankfurt side, wasn't it?
Lazio got play down, folks.
There was good interchange between the two, certainly between himself and Rebic. He's got a similar sort of lineup. He's the more powerful player of the three on show today, but they could have that interchange between them.
It is still Carl Shelton, Athletic 0, Avery 0 in the Isthmian Premier Division. And in the Southern Premier Division Central, it's Hitchin Town 0, Leiston 0. And in the Premier League, 4 minutes have been played, and it is Nottingham Forest 0, Aston Villa 0.
Not static, but consistently in those positions, and Jovic through the middle.
So far, it is a good game. Been a good game so far. Lazio 1-0 up through Vincenzino, or Vinzino, whatever his name is. I'm just trying to learn. And he's put Lazio 1-0 up from header from a corner.
Sino did that elegantly. Felipe Anderson, a flick off Igor's head.
If you guys want to know who the managers are, the manager of Lazio is Maurizio Sarri, and the manager of Fiorentina is Vincenzo Italiano.
There are 2 early games. Copenhagen against Manchester City. That's on BT Sport 4, 5 in the afternoon. And the early start, an immensely important game for Allegri and Juventus. Away to Maccabi Haifa, and they need nothing less than the 3 points, Juve, to drag themselves into contention in their group.
I'm not sure he could survive a defeat, do you, Allegri?
It's worth watching.
Free kick to Lazio, folks.
Marcus Antonio knew what he was doing.
Hoping hoping that positivity doesn't drain from his players. Vincenzo Italiano, for a bright start, when able to get that opening goal, and then he's got one of the best sides in the league who are feeling pretty and good about themselves.
The former Fiorentina frontman not feeling too pleased with himself again today. Dusan Vlahovic complicit in the defeat with his mistake in the second half against Milan. I think on Juventus, all the stories in Italy today, Stefan, are telling us the big stumbling block is that Juventus gave Allegri a monster new contract in the summer, and
Yes.
can they afford to sack him?
I think he'd been a little bit harsh on Vlahovic himself. I thought his teammates let him down with a lack of desire to actually try and get onto that pass, and it was tailor-made for Diaz. The ending. The defending from Bonucci wasn't great afterwards, was it? I mean, just allowed him to go past. What happened to thou shalt not pass as an attacker? Goal down. It was early on in the game, I suppose, wasn't it, in the second half? I feel it was worth the risk.
So far, folks, keep your questions coming.
Here comes Provedel. It wasn't Jovic they were aiming at. And
Welcome to the four of you in the chat. Hey, the Lazio 1, Fiorentina 0, 18 minutes played.
Sorry, takes charge of it. And straight from Provedel, straight at Martinez Quarta, who won it. Igor.
Sarri's teams like to play at a nice tempo, don't they? Consistently be at a pace which troubles opponents. He's looking to go adventurous going forward, but the two important players, I think, are Vecino and Antonio in the middle of the park, making sure that the game doesn't now become too fast-paced. So when you have that early goal, you don't really need to force the issue.
Kwame put the jump on that side, but it was coolly defended by Patrick. Doesn't have the stature, but he's got fabulous positional sense. Morosic. Good win in the air by Martinez Quarta. Immobile remained composed. That is a good win back in the middle of the field.
Fiorentina got the ball now, folks.
Igor stepping onto it well. Now Ikone. Fiorentina flooding those famous purple shirts into the box.
And now gone out for a goal kick to Lazio.
Otherwise, Johnson Ikone's got time and space and no pressure. And you can't put in the telling cross. Yeah, they're high up at the pitch once again. We're pressing Lazio high, but I'm sure twice Sarri's men have just bypassed them with that medium length ball. And straight up to Immobile, who's the biggest of strikers, but he's brave enough.
That worked out rather well for Lazio. Well read by Martinez Quarta.
Yeah, under hit. Sarri would have been away.
So far, don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget to like, sub and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
I think maybe 9 months ago, Martinez Quarta was expecting almost to be part of Argentina's World Cup squad. It doesn't look quite so likely now. Maybe a few weeks ahead for him. And the final judgments made, like so many others. Kone into the box.
Oh, hit the side netting. Fiorentina hit the side netting, folks.
Well, that's not bad. He wasn't able to wrap his right foot around it. It opened up for him. Dodo's there screaming up on the outside. Yeah, I think he did the right thing. He just covered the fullback. That's a positive. Took the shot on.
Determined to make up for some lost time last season. Only 7 Serie A starts. hat-trick's giving it away.
Oh, and they still managed to get... Lazio made a mistake, but still managed to get rid of it. But Fiorentina have still got the ball. 22 minutes played, folks. Still 1-0 to Lazio.
Seeking out Icone. Dodo. To his compatriot Igor. Biragi. To Kouame.
Corner to Fiorentina.
In this game so far, Irfan.
Yeah, they're certainly not playing like a team that is mid-to 13th right now in Serie A. Confidence and pushing the ball about. I've been given a little bit of time and space to play. Lazio will allow them to play football, hoping that they'll get the chance to play their own.
Androgora. Biragi whips it in. Watched by Immobile again. Icone down the side to Bonaventura.
Another corner to Fiorentina.
Bonaventura was on his way out for that. The goalkeeper read it.
Well, that's really the first man defending inside that dangerous area, the 6-yard box. Although it doesn't beat him, it's not a bad cross when you've got them stretching.
Ball crossed in. Oh, they messed it up. And the Lazio can counter.
Immobile edged off it.
And it's a free kick to Lazio for a push.
Got away with the booking early.
Amrabat with a yellow card, folks.
And a further punishment. Suspension for the game at Lecce.
I think he's actually trying to get himself out of the way, to be honest. It wasn't the most elegant of shots, was it? Across, well dealt with by Patrick.
Felipe Anderson. Picked out Immobile. Savic. It's a great little ball in.
2-0! There we go. It's 2-0 to Lazio. It's the floated ball in, and it went straight in.
I'm afraid once more for Fiorentina fans it's going rather flat, but Lazio loving life here.
Quality football. It was borderline whether he's offside or not. It's a super run, isn't it? What about that for Will Dink with the left foot? Linkovic Savic.
Good header.
Such a clever header, turning his body. He knows he can't head it the conventional way, just improvises, knows where the goal is, just the merest of flicks. Not too much redirection needed. The goalkeeper's got to be a little bit static and flat-footed, if you like, until contact is made, believing it's probably going the other way. And they're going to give a foul for that. Can't penalise him for that, so can you? Nearest of touches.
Here's now, folks, Lazio 2, Fiorentina 0.
25 minutes.
Funny game, isn't it? I mean, if Amrabat actually doesn't have that little nudge on Ciro Immobile, Lazio may not actually score from that. It's a semi-counter attack. Concedes a free kick, and a few seconds later, themselves 2-0 down. That triple punishment, wasn't it? Free kick, yellow card, and concede a goal.
If I were a Fiorentina fan, I'd be fairly infuriated by all that. I think my team's playing pretty well, but that clinical edge in the attacking sense and the defensive sense in both penalty boxes, that doesn't change in any decade in football, does it?
I would just like the corner, though, Paul. That's such a difficult kind of cross to deal with, isn't it? The attacker makes the run. Very try and check him if you can before he gets there, because
Alright, mate, how are you doing?
accuracy of the ball always going to make it difficult for the keeper once. So can you got onto the end of it?
Free kick to Lazio. Nearly 30 minutes played, 2-0 to Lazio versus Fiorentina in Serie A. Two scores on the doors in the other games is Aston Villa 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Nottingham Forest have just scored, folks, against Aston Villa. Emmanuel Dennis. It is Carl Shelton Athletic 1, Avery 0 in the Isthmian Premier Division, and in the Southern Premier Division Central, it is Hitchin Town 0, Leiston 0. And so guys, keep your question in the chat, like, comment, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Fiorentina aren't playing well. Lazio have just done their game plan to a T at the moment. If they can keep this going, I can take a couple more goals scored by them. Oh, Ikone tried to be clever in the box, trying to get through a couple of defenders, just couldn't get a shot away. 29 minutes played. Lazio 2-0 up away at Fiorentina. Thank you very much. Oh, is that not a free kick?
Marcus Antonio in the thick of it. Coming clear by Zaccagni. Normally made his run. Ventura. Dodo.
Oh, hello.
Zaccagni.
I'm doing well.
Across Ikone.
Might get away with that one. It's his first foul of the year.
That's a stupid foul.
What's wrong with that? 3 players going for the ball.
Yeah, I'm talking. How did you not shoot earlier?
Well in the middle of the park, isn't it? Marcus Antonio just to get himself out of the way.
Scoreline that's going to hurt Italiano in another fashion, FM, because for all their
That's a ball.
relative frailties in the opposing penalty box, getting the goals, their play probably merits. Fiorentina have not been conceding many. Only 7 before tonight in Serie A, and 2 in 30 minutes here.
Okay. Well, that's not good. Oh, that's a ball. Oh, you absolute fish. Oh. Nearly 3-0 to Lazio.
Martinez quarter, but he did. That's a very good.
Lazio are 2-0 up and coasting. Fiorentina cannot do anything.
So player came across to the other side to do it again. That was directed at Luka Jovic for me. I could see mouthing the word Luka as if to say, Luka, we need you to hold this ball up a bit more for Fiorentina.
Not enough touches, Paul. Now 2 in what, the opening 3 minutes? 2 attempts on target.
Fiorentina for 3.
Oh, nearly 3-0 Lazio, folks. And to let you guys in a bit of news, which is not even football related, because it is a bit of a controversial issue. Red Bull are found guilty of breaking Formula 1 budget cap. Which that is quite of a big deal.
First touch pass to defender, which is not easy. Got to get that one absolutely right.
Yep, so it basically means that they've actually cheated their way. So it means they've cheated their way to actually win the championship. I'm just hoping it's Aston Villa because I got two Aston Villa players in my team.
Need to get the fire going again here, Fiorentina.
Please be involved with an assist or scored. Felipe Coutinho. But I'm trying to look who's actually assist, because the assist is more important. Because if it's Coutinho, then at least I've got something.
Full on energetic minutes, if you like. Play yourself into form, be rested, you get chances again.
So it's whoever got the assist. Oh, that's what I've got to find out. That's what I mean, because I'm checking on Villa's. No, it's. Wow! Do I have to should I stop in future trusting Aston Villa?
Proving your point in one dimension at least, right there, I think.
They're the only team I've not.
Nico Gonzalez, Artur Cabral, to name only two. Both of those are on the bench tonight. Milan and Chelsea, the return fixture.
I got done over yesterday with Kieran Trippier just because of that. Brentford scored 1 goal.
Celtic with a fair amount of catching up to do.
But I've actually done not too bad.
For the second time, that's on BT Sport 3.
Yeah, but Mings would have got me a lot more if it wasn't for Aston Villa scoring, for them conceding. It actually says here that I don't think, if I'm correct from what I've seen, no one actually assisted his goal.
Looked at it, just that ball travels half a yard or so.
What?
The most advanced. Such a clever header. The only place he could put it actually once he turned his body, but goalkeeper's got to hedge his bets, if you like.
I don't do that much because I don't tend to get players who score a lot, except for Haaland, and that's it.
I'll be completely fooled if it goes in the other corner. Once contact was made, pretty much the ball is going to go beyond it.
Good sight in the presidential tribune of Rocco Commisso, the Calabria-born multi-millionaire US businessman who has invested at Fiorentina back in his homeland, rather different part of his homeland, admittedly. He was outside meeting and greeting the fans a couple of hours ago.
I'm actually doing not doing that bad when I'm less than 100 off of second from bottom. Because I know what I'm doing. It's just somehow it seems to do me over ever so often. If I pick a player, they won't score, but as soon as I don't pick them, they do score. And there's always one seems to do me over more times than not, and it seems to be blooming Brentford. Because every time I pick not one of them, then one of them actually decide I'm going to go and score. And then when I try and pick one of them, none of them scores.
Bonaventura didn't want to hit it.
I've only changed it once, and that was basically due to the fact that most of the players in my team, the games got cancelled.
Lovely link-up play, nice little touch from Jovic. Yeah, he knows that his teammates go around and back, but just got to swing his leg at the football and go for goal. Too close, only 2 goals behind.
Yeah, I got Reece James and Sterling, but unfortunately they didn't play. Unfortunately.
Nearly, but not quite.
I tried to spread it out so at least I get points on the Saturday, points on Sunday, and get some points today. So I tried spreading them out.
Mandragora. Savic headed it out. And it's gone out wide and high from Amrabat. That will always remain a mystery, won't it? Why Bonaventura didn't want to finish the job off himself. He's got one.
Yep, I'm definitely going to have to take off Mings and Coutinho because they're playing against Chelsea on Sunday.
Mandragora's claiming the credit. Does that turn into an assist if they score from the corner?
And I don't play 2 teams against each other. I try and get them from separate games so you don't lose any points.
Nothing doing once more for Fiorentina.
No, what I mean is I don't tend to play one player from both teams. If you say Chelsea play Man United, I don't tend to play a Man United player and a Chelsea player because you've got a chance of losing one set of points from the other, and sometimes that can do you over. No, but it's also due to their playing as well.
Creativity and Lazio just that little bit more confidence.
Like I picked a player for West Ham, they ended up doing well, and it's only 1 goal for Fulham, and it done me over.
More assured in the middle of the park when they've moved it.
And they also.
Stress, haven't they? Not just the ball up.
No, but it's all.
Told him to get on the end of anything and try and make something.
Yeah, but it was also due to the fact that the money in the team I had left, and he was the only one that was affordable. Because if I did, I think, yeah, because then I'll end up getting people saying, "Did you have help to do this after you're now doing so well?" Because I don't want to get accused of people helping.
Through the middle by Igor.
Oh, that's a bad pass.
Nice idea, just had it, very heavy.
That'll be that. No, my main aim is I want to be above one person, and that's my main aim. And it's the same one that both me and you want to be above, and that's stupid Luke. That is my fucking aim.
Still trying to play out. Fiorentina still trying to force the error.
I've done right. The one thing I have done right is not picked any Liverpool players because they're playing that rubbish. I know not to pick any. So I've done good on that decision.
The referee, I don't think that was a foul. And he took a chance.
Yeah.
Just puts across the ball. The idea that he went for the shot.
And in the short, yeah.
So after due consideration and a little bit of a.
But the good thing about at the moment is, in a short space of time, I've got myself near enough up to 300 in a very short space of time. Which is actually quite impressive. No, I'm just meaning it also accounts for the rest as well, but I just somehow made... And most people in our league don't pick Ireland. How is it deluded? I bet you most people go for like Man United and Liverpool. If it...
Dodo to Ikone. Ventura. Sorry, saw that all the way. Felipe Anderson, Milinkovic-Savic.
Oh, I'm actually having a good day.
Easy on the eyes, he's a player. So that Milinkovic-Savic. Comfortable, both feet. Good range of passing.
Check the upcoming fixtures. You got Brentford versus Brighton on Friday. Then we kick off on Saturdays. Leicester, Crystal Palace. So that's going to be interesting. You got Fulham, Bournemouth, Wolves, Nottingham Forest, Spurs, Everton. Then it's us against Villa. Then the ones you're going to get. The one that's going to be, you don't know how the points are going to go, is going to be Liverpool versus Man City. That could be the one that... Yeah. I think Villa are not looking forward to be playing us because we're actually on form scoring goals for fun at the moment. We're nearly on double figure for goals in 3 games. That's not bad compared to where we were.
Igor. Martinez Corta.
Wow.
Amrabat.
I bet it's going to be people that are Man United fans because they don't do.
Here's Dodo. Bonaventura.
Yeah.
I know it all went wrong at Real Madrid, the greatest of all the clubs in so many dimensions, but if you are Jovic, your next move is to Fiorentina, who've had some world-class centre-forwards going back a long, long way. So, you know, there's a fairly high standard here that he's expected to maintain.
Yes, I'm sure he's well aware of their history. He's going to try and live up to it.
From doing so just at the moment. Mandragora deflection and off the top of the crossbar. Providel riding his luck a bit.
Well, that ball was travelling anyway, and the deflection, I think, just enabled it to pick up more speed, certainly more height. Somebody upon it, the goalkeeper was completely beaten.
How badly Fiorentina need a goal. Providel this time kicks it out, did well to stretch.
There we go. There we go. I've done a count. 20 out of the 23 players have got Haaland in their team.
I don't think it was.
20 out of the 23.
Nice by Biraghi.
The only one I know that is Sean, and he's got in front instead is Gabriel Jesus and Ivan Toney.
Two sides who started with a great deal of gusto and some very good passing football. The difference has been in the penalty boxes because there have been two delightful finishes for Lazio to take a 2-0 lead.
And someone else has got Gerhardt of Leeds and Gabriel Jesus.
2-1 round the post after Mandragora crashed a shot onto the crossbar. But that apart, all Fiorentina's best endeavours have come to naught.
Yeah, but this guy basically is shot him. He basically shot himself in the foot because he's got Liverpool and Arsenal in his team, and he shot himself in the foot.
In what is a relatively comfortable position here. Vecino and Zakanye. have found the net.
Half time, folks. 2-0 Lazio at half time, folks.
Set at the moment to join the couple of clubs in the top 4 on 20 points. Playing well again tonight under Sarri, and Fiorentina have to fix a few issues. It's Fiorentina 0, Lazio 2 at half time.
How concerned are you about Leicester?
They could see too many goals. They could go down.
Yep, 2-0 Lazio. What? By the time I do that, the 15 minutes for half time will be up. Yeah, it's just because I got to do all the thing with the fire stick. Let's have a look at the fixtures for the weekend, folks. We have got a Friday game, so we only get 4 days to sort your team out for next week's fantasy football. We only get 4 days. Starts with Brentford versus Brighton. Then you got Leicester versus Crystal Palace in the early kickoff. Then it's Fulham, Bournemouth, Wolves, Nottingham Forest and Tottenham, Everton in the late kickoff. Then on Sunday is where most people's points are going to come from. It's Aston Villa versus Chelsea, Leeds versus Arsenal, Man United versus Newcastle, Southampton versus West Ham, and Liverpool versus Man City. Have we got any games on Monday? No, we haven't. Yeah? Yes. I know it was my mum and dad that did it. They know more better than me. Ooh. Ooh, Chesterfield. Ooh, Chelsea versus Chesterfield versus Anstey Nomads at 12:30 on Saturday. So could that be the early? Could that be live? Ooh. Let's have a look. It's going to do something quickly. Be back in a minute, folks. Okay, folks. We have a live stream for you for Saturday. We got a live stream for you for Saturday, folks. In the FA Cup. So I'll be bringing you that on Saturday at 12:30. Yeah, and it is Annecy Nomads versus Chesterfield live on BBC. Hopefully to see us win. It's on the BBC Red Button, BBC iPlayer and BBC Sport website. Mum said it's not that hard. Because all you do is you just plug it in, and then all you do is you go and put it onto a source on your TV, and that's it. That's all you do. No, my mum just said that to me because my mum thought it was to me that I was asking the question. And I let her know it's my mate, then they put it in a better way, so then I can relate to you. Ooh. And so we have a game the following Monday. We'll have a live watch along for you. Our first non-Premier League game of the season: Charlton Athletic versus Portsmouth. That actually might be a decent game. And Chelsea are playing Brighton Brentford on a week on Wednesday, and that's live on Amazon Prime. All the games next following week are all on Amazon Prime, if anyone who wants to know that. So if you think games are going to be live on Sky, yeah, but it only goes like one or two, except it only goes on Amazon Prime 1 or 2 fixtures a season. All the fixtures, basically, like I said, it's 1 or 2 fixtures, so it's 1 or 2 set match days a season. Yeah, on the particular, I'm saying it's, they pick 1 or 2 match days, and then all the fixtures that are from those particular match days are all on Amazon Prime. I'm never good at saying. Yeah, because on occasions, like there was last season, it used to be 1 or 2, but then on occasions, then they might put a whole lot on. Yep, so Chelsea are on Amazon Prime Video. But it's the first time this season, but I think there's only like one other time after that they're on. That. Yeah, but they've only done this since the pandemic, because they brought this in to help people during it. But then they kept it on as like a deal, but they do 1 or 2 match days during the season, so it's not every match day, so you'd be good about that. Wow. See what's on. That's for next week. Let's just check for following weekend after that. Up to have a stream. Chelsea versus Manchester United. Not this weekend coming, but the weekend after, folks. And then the Sunday. Ooh, you actually got a good fixture there. If we want an early one, because that's still a good game, even though it's not Premier League, because it's always a feisty fixture. Swansea versus Cardiff. No, I did it for this week. This is the last one of the week that I put down. I'm looking on a site called Live Football on TV, so I know what they're live on, and it gives me dates beyond which some apps can't do. So I can always... No, because I already... Yeah, because I already know I'm doing some midweek games, but then I do the midweek games first and then decide on the weekend games after I've done that. Ooh. So after that, is there a Monday night game? Yeah! Bournemouth away at West Ham. And then it's us against Salzburg. At 6:15 in about nearly 2 weeks' time. Oh, I can do Napoli on that day. Who will be playing? I'm trying to think who else is in their group. Who else is in their group? Oh, Rangers. They'll be playing Rangers at home. Or at the same time, I can go and do Sheffield Wednesday versus Bristol Rovers. Do a league. Napoli will be more exciting. I don't get that one at the end of the month. So you're having Liverpool, so you're having Fulham versus Everton at 5:30, but then you're having a 7:45 kickoff on a Saturday. That's a bit strange. Oh, that day is going to be the most boringest day on planet Earth. And that's the day before Halloween, because the only Premier League game live is at 4:15 against Man United versus West Ham. So that's more or less a boring day before Halloween, 30th. Yep, there's literally the only other football that is on is all just women's football, when the only Premier League game's on at literally just after 4 o'clock. So it's basically a boring day. And all the actual football's on the Saturday, because you've got a 5:30 kickoff and a 7:45 kickoff. Which I don't get about that with Premier League.
0-0-0-0 to donate £10.
But have you got Monday night? Oh, now that's going to be a corker on Halloween. Derby, Plymouth Argyle versus Exeter. Now that's definitely going to be feisty. Because them two don't like each other. Come on, Hearts! Go and beat Fiorentina away! Come on, the Jam Tarts!
They welcome Hearts here. 3-0 winners in Edinburgh last Thursday night. But they do need that because they are not certain of making the knockout stages after a 3-0.
Then what's in midweek?
Istanbul.
Liverpool versus Napoli, November the 1st. Oh, that'll be a good game.
Still a little bit to do for Fiorentina. In this game, plenty to do.
I'm just getting ahead of myself, just looking at upcoming fixtures so that I know what's coming ahead. First, that's going to be a big fixture. 1st of November, Napoli away at Anfield. In the Champions League, Liverpool are at home to Napoli. 1st of November. So going to be.
Fiorentina get us underway.
Then what's on the Wednesday? We play Dynamo Zagreb at home, which is in the last game of the group stages.
Good play, and maybe the glimpse of a possibility immediately.
Yep. Oh, nearly a goal for Fiorentina.
That was the idea. I don't think he even touched the ball there, Efan.
Pretty much an air shot. Not easier. What would have been
So November the 5th, we literally have no early Premier League kickoff again. But we have a late kickoff against Everton versus Leicester. Ooh, Sheffield United versus Burnley. Not bad. There we go, 6th of November, Chelsea versus Arsenal. And to make it even more annoying, it's a 12 o'clock kickoff. Sunday the 6th of November is our own game against Arsenal, a 12 o'clock kickoff. 12 o'clock!
Has been pretty good in many ways.
And you know what? And you know what's even funny? The reason they've done that is because it's on BT Sports on a Sunday when usually it's on a Saturday at 12 o'clock. They'll at the moment they never.
Bit too keen to make amends.
Yeah, they're doing this one on a Sunday. Yeah, the next time you're going to see a very late kickoff is Leeds away game at Liverpool, which is a 7:45 kickoff on a Saturday night. But that's on Sky.
Really crazy.
But and then just before that you're gonna have a game at half 5. That's what. Yep, and don't forget we're live on a Sunday. Then I think we're live on Wednesday that same week. Yeah. What? Yep.
Didn't see any contact there.
Yep. Yep. So we're live on. Yep. So we're live on the 6th of November at 12 o'clock. You know what's funny? The next game that's live in the Premier League is not until 2 o'clock. Then you got a game at 4:30, which is Spurs versus Liverpool.
That's not gone very far.
But then. But there's a reason why they might have done it early. Is due to the fact that we do play Wednesday in the Carabao Cup against Man City.
They do need to wake up here.
Then Chelsea are also live on the last match week of the season before the World Cup. We are 5:30 kickoff against Newcastle away. But what makes it even annoying, after that you got a 7:45 kickoff between Wolves and Arsenal. And then you'd be thinking, what's the point? Because then you'd be thinking, what's the point? But then this is where it's going to get even more annoying. Man United are the last Premier League game live before the World Cup, and they're a 4:30 kickoff against Fulham on that same weekend. Then they'll be thinking, what's the point? Next time Chesterfield are live on TV is November the 19th. And we play, oh God, I've just seen who we're playing. Oh no! Chesterfield are playing Solihull Moors at home.
I don't think he smiles very often when he sees the
Oh
ball go back
great.
to his goalkeeper.
Oh great.
So far so good.
That's not good.
in parts so impressive again tonight, Lazio. I must
Oh no, we're gonna get handed our asses by
They're
these.
just happy to play 4-5-1, aren't they? See the
Just-
second half.
Sheffield are gonna get handed by him on the 19th,
Started with
19th of
great energy.
November.
They feel confident they can
Oh.
hold them out defensively, and they spring forward so well.
19th of November, Chesterfield are at home in the on BT to Solihull Moors.
he's yet to play any of his big cards in this game.
Yeah, but you know,
Aberration away to Midtjylland.
but there is a weird thing about it. Usually the kickoffs in National League are 20 past 5. This one's a 3 o'clock kickoff.
Lazio are looking the part.
And the reason is, the National League said they're going to save electricity by not using floodlights. So they're having the late kickoffs be a 3 o'clock kickoff,
Effectively indeed.
but still be live on TV.
Win over Bologna, 0-0 at Torino. Fabulous win over Inter.
What the f...
Maybe dropped a couple of
What have
points.
I just seen?
At Sampdoria.
I've never thought I'm going to say this in my life, but during the World Cup, Everton are going to Sydney to play Celtic.
They have beaten Verona
They're playing in the...
and Cremonese and Spezia.
They can't beat anyone, can't they? That's clear.
They're playing in the Sydney Super Cup.
Bonaventura. Gonzalez.
What happened there?
Yep, and Everton are also playing Western Sydney Wanderers. Nope, they've just had they got a free kick.
Is that a foul for you?
And
No.
Chelsea, and there's a Chelsea woman in their Champions League group have been screwed over. They've got PSG and Real Madrid in their group.
Anything.
Now, does he have a
So
shot
good luck.
this
So good
time
luck, Chelsea
around?
women.
Biragi. Only Marcus Antonio, who's not the tallest, out there as the.
So where's our dates for the World Cup? So our third that's an international friendly. That's for the women's. Yeah, they're gonna score. No, they fell from the free kick, folks.
And in fairness,
England versus Iran.
Arsenal cost,
Third
did well to keep it away from his goal. And
date
goalkeeper.
to remember, folks. 21st of November. England's foot.
That's good defending.
There's a date to remember for you, folks.
Gone out with the wrong foot. That can be painful because if you actually
Yeah.
don't really get your foot, your ankle nice and stiff, that bends your ankle joint back and
But
your ankle ligaments that way.
I'm just letting people know, if they're interested in football, that it all starts for England on the 21st of November.
Marcus Antonio.
Yeah,
To Kanye.
I'm gonna do a couple of games if they don't clash with like Chelsea, Chesterfield games of their live or something like that. If they don't clash with any games,
Determined they've been defensively so far tonight, Lazio.
it would just be if Chelsea are live or if Napoli are live. That would be the only or if it's Champions League games and stuff like that. Because I know that there is a couple of games which are being played at the same time as Chelsea playing in Europe on the same day. So
Set to continue the trend. They won 3-0.
yeah, because I've got it.
Fiorentina one win.
No, but I'm saying
Here's
for
Immobile, who's done so
for
much
what?
damage over
Oh,
the
they've hit the
years
bar.
against Fiorentina, and very nearly again there.
Immobile's hit the
It's
bar.
only a question of time.
I've got some of the fixtures on my calendar synced onto my calendar to let me know.
Against the bar. Bonaventura. Kouame. Biragi. Kouame
No,
again. Been a lot of good things from Kouame tonight.
Started off really well. Then
That's the one that I won't be able to do because it kick off at exactly the same time as Chelsea do against Brentford.
What's happened to Crowley? Is he just trying to take the sting out?
Because that kick off at exactly the same time.
Crosswood travelling. As was this shot.
I'd rather watch Chelsea. Chelsea's more important than that.
Terrific hit, isn't it? Just wasn't able to get over the ball properly. Technique as you would expect from him.
There's going to be some bad news. Same time as Chelsea kick off against Manchester United. England are playing France. Yeah, but the good thing is, if games, because there's 3 games in that, I can always do the later game, because on that day it's New Zealand versus Jamaica.
So tell us if there was anything there.
I'm just having a bit of fit.
I must admit, I can't see anything.
Back. I'm only. I know Jamaica are not going to do well, but I'm just hoping a couple of Eagles players do well for them and don't get injured.
Amrabat.
AKA that most experienced player is Ben Jones Bishop.
Milenkovic Savic. Felipe Anderson.
So the pressure's on him to perform well for this team. See if we're live. Woo! Thank God, 'cause I'll be able to stream either Lebanon versus Ireland or Samoa versus Greece, and I'll have an hour gap between that and Roma versus Napoli. So that's good.
Luis Alberto is having a briefing session. A few of those last season were quite fiery, apparently, between him and Sarri. They reportedly were not getting along for a while.
Oh, you bloody fool.
Quite withering sometimes in press conferences when he's asked about falling out with players.
I'd be really interested
Way!
in
Thank the Lord for Arsenal Chelsea being an early kick-off.
They've got a lot of temperamental.
Because it means we can watch Chelsea. You can watch Chelsea versus Arsenal, and then watch one of the quarter-finals on that day that starts at just before 3 o'clock. That's why I'm just having to literally go quite a lot ahead of myself, so I know when rugby games start, when the football starts, and make sure none of them clash. So I'm always ahead of myself.
Marisic is not looking very good either.
And I think, like you said, the games start this weekend. Rugby World Cup. That's good because it means Napoli, I don't think, are not playing on Saturday, and Chelsea will play until Sunday, so it means I can do the games on Saturday. So I can do that, and then I can do the other game if I want.
The players coming off. Igor is on a yellow.
But the only problem is that's near enough during the Chelsea game. I won't be able to do.
Than Amrabat, who's definitely not a goal-scoring midfield player.
How weird is that? That the one game out of that Sunday I'll be able to do will be Lebanon versus New Zealand. Because Napoli game kicks off near enough the same time as Jamaica versus Ireland, and partway through the Chelsea game. Now I've got them scheduled. Yeah, but I've also got them on here, but I want to wait till it gets nearer the time, so that means I can then. Because I've still got other things before that, so I've just got to wait until nearer the time. But I know I can do Saturday. I always get. I always ask my dad. Always says, should it all? He always tells me to watch. If any Pacific Islands are in any competition, watch them because they're always hard hitters, and they're tough. No, because no, but it's just from his experience of him. He's come up from his experience of playing rugby. He's gone up against playing against like Fijians and Samoans, and they say they're like brick walls.
Rotherham gets that one right.
Because he, yeah, because he's done. Used to, yeah.
Wants to can you down.
Well, they challenge, but there doesn't seem to be too much in it actually. It was making a genuine sense for it. Yeah, there's nothing in that. It's the follow through more than anything.
Yay! Be able to do the game on Monday. Oh, I don't even know. Oh, Monday's game might be a bit shit to watch. Greece.
Looks like Lazio have a full complement again.
Just got a little bit
So the thing, so I can do Saturday, I can do Monday, and I can do Tuesday.
Slice the contact on Bird, who was looking for some kind of reaction from both the opponent and indeed the referee.
Marcus Antonio.
Yay!
For Luis
At least I'm going to be able to get one of Scotland, but they're going to... Oh, God, they're playing Australia.
On the touchline for a while.
Ha ha! Ha ha! Oh, great. Oh. I would have said if that were...
They seem to like him.
I would have said if it was Scotland's rugby union side, I would have said they stand more of a better chance because they've beaten them twice in the last year. Now they just somehow they won somehow, and I don't know how. Nobody knows how. It's just by luck. I'll be able to do quite a big selection of games, but it'll just be some I won't be able to, just that they're at the exactly same time as other things.
They've kept with the team, haven't they, the home fans? I've seen lots of effort tonight. I don't think anybody can question their commitment. Created some chances.
Yeah.
Trouble this Lazio defence.
Yeah.
Have to scramble on occasion.
Yeah.
Because they're going to rue those two big missed opportunities in the opening minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Lazio did this quite well, didn't they? Playing around that press.
The only player in the whole of NRL that I've heard of, because he plays for Cronulla, is that Ronaldo.
Yeah, that doesn't come about by accident, you know. It's not a feature of their play before Maurizio Sarri.
So I look forward to see how he does, because he actually did quite well for Cronulla, so I want to see how he does internationally.
Months or so. Players will become used to it. They'll know that they'll be dispossessed on occasions against teams in all competitions.
Oh.
Be patient with
Oh.
Continue to be brave, as I say, all over the field, and there's a chance that they will pay dividends, and it has done so far this campaign.
Martinez Quarta.
I bet you'd be getting annoyed watching the Cook Islands, watching Dylan Natha.
But Lazio kick coming. Martinez Quarta got very
Cook
lucky
Islands. I wouldn't want doing that as my teammate. I'll be telling him no elbowing.
To Patrick. Felipe Anderson.
Is he? Oh yeah, I don't. That name. Oh, because that name doesn't sound English. It sounds more like French.
Just go and make something happen. They seem at the
Look,
moment
it's just his
to
surname.
be playing as though we've
Sounds
got
like-
the measure of this tonight.
Yeah, within themselves.
Yeah.
But I'm
Sometimes
just,
that's the
I'm
mark of a very
saying
good
it.
side.
I'm just
Sometimes
saying that
it's the
sometimes you can have a
mark of side
surname that
that
might
doesn't
not sound
find the
English,
ruthless edge to
but you might be
ensure
born in this
victories.
country, like a lot of other players. Yeah.
As an attacking force, I was stressed they played within themselves.
Exactly,
Certainly
yeah.
Defensively, all over the field, and in particular in the middle of the park, they've covered their teammates particularly well. Immobile has been left up front on his own, but when they've had the ball, or he's got it pretty quickly, he's never been isolated, has he? Found a couple of white shirts, helping support very quickly.
Switch by Man
Oh,
United.
oh my God! People are going to be pissed when the World Cup is finished.
Barisic sent him back.
The first games back from the World Cup in the Premier League are all live on Amazon Prime.
Look up at the teammates.
Yep, and we're playing Bournemouth at home.
Yeah, that's just poor timing. Lack of confidence, lack of game time.
Oh no! They've done.
Not an easy one to take. That ball is
UEFA have done England over.
pretty well.
England's first game of Euro 2024 qualified. We are going to Italy.
We'll give you that. It's all about direction.
Well,
Lazio going the other direction rapidly and with purpose.
well done.
So Kanye.
Is it a thing that they just want to piss England fans off by just making us play Italy all the time? Fucking hell. Then we play Ukraine, Malta, Macedonia. Ooh, nice.
Bonaventura wanted that free kick. Here's Barak. Biragi. Milenkovic to Martinez Quarta. Gonzalez knocked it down. Dodo missed it, but it still works out okay for Laviola. Bonaventura on the switch. Kwame coming round. Again, very good play that time.
I don't know if we're going to get any more goals in this game, but I can see another goal at least coming in this game. And come on, Chesterfield, beat Anstey Nomads. If you don't, I'll be absolutely embarrassed. That one was not that bad when we lost it. We played alright.
Not much in that, is it? But any contact made on Milinkovic's side
Nope.
is always going to result in a free kick for the away side.
UEFA Champions League. Match day 4 underway with Copenhagen against Manchester City on BT Sport for tomorrow. It's an early start time, as it is on a mighty important day for Juventus in Israel to meet Maccabi Haifa. That's on BT
Way! October the 14th, so this Friday. Sale Sharks versus London Irish. Hopefully we can win.
Milinkovic trying to force the issue. Lazio can expect that now, heading into the last 20.
That's
but
good.
Still very comfortable, I must say. So Kanye, Luis Alberto,
A person who went and
switches
beat
it to Immobile.
Gerwin
Go
Price
on, of course, regardless of the offside decision. Luis
Be-
Alberto.
because he's a cocky
Now it
twat.
is offside.
Ha ha ha! Gerwin Price is shite.
It's aimed at Kwame, and he got it. Read that one well. Casino, he did well.
England versus Samoa's 2:30 on Sunday. Oh, Saturday. Oh, this Saturday I'm doing Chess. So Chesterfield kick off at 12:30. So that might just finish just in time for the rugby.
Pull the ball back, literally.
We've seen Saponara being prepared, and it looks like Mali also.
Oh, Scotland are playing Italy. Damn. I'm just having a. I'm just having a look at some stuff.
Also coming tomorrow on BT Sport in the Champions League, Milan against Chelsea. That's BT Sport 2 from 7. And Celtic are at home to Leipzig. Coming up on BT
Now I've just
Sport.
been looking just so I can get myself a schedule set.
Lazio have a return against Sturm Graz coming up. 0-0 in their first
Then we-
meeting.
Then we got 6, and then God.
Kwame is
England's
coming up on
first game of the
Saturday.
Six Nations. They're playing Scotland. And that's going to get heated. February the 4th.
Manisic looks quite upset here.
And then you got Wales are playing Ireland to kick it all off.
Not nice to see that, is it?
Well, usually means that it's pretty bad injury.
Who
That
do England? Oh, England play Italy. Then who do we play? Wales and
I'm hoping he's just a damaged
it's not
nose.
too
or
bad.
that collision that he had some 20 or so minutes ago. Nothing more serious than that.
Outside-
Yeah,
outside-
I don't want to lose to Scotland because I want the end of it for my dad. If we do, I'm not at the end of it. He still calls England a bunch of bottlers
Whose side's
gits
gone on as a sub. He was starting most of the games last season. Only started
because
one
we're
this
like
time.
30 points up and then we ended up nearly bottling it and just managed to get a draw last time
4
out.
weeks ago, he'll know that. Barak. Having a battle with Patrick.
Or you get someone like Johnny May who can literally run with absolute speed.
Barak.
Because he's the quickest player in England's team.
Are you sensing the growing frustration?
Oh yeah.
As I am, a fan in the Fiorentina crowd tonight.
Yes, I don't think they've been particularly negative towards their players. I don't think they actually can be. I think they've actually played well in parts. But unfortunately, the sharp end of the pitch.
And hopefully,
where it's not quite clicked for them tonight.
Yeah, and they're seeing Lazio
Yeah.
manage their way to a victory here at the moment.
yeah.
That's a great word, Paul, because I actually don't think there's been not one Lazio player that you could really say has been outstanding tonight. It's just solid performances. all
Chelsea,
round.
you're gonna need some good luck tomorrow in the San
Teams
Siro.
at this level, giving you that, when they've been playing with such confidence, and it's a good chance you're going to
After
beat most teams.
After they went and literally battered the living hell out of Juventus, they could have scored 3 or 4 in that game.
Milenkovic.
They're high marks all round. And
Yeah, they are. You're
I
right.
would say for everybody. Can't think of
That's why I
anybody.
said if we got a draw and then literally the other game was a draw, it favours us because we
Even the goalkeeper
play
was in the
Salzburg
sense.
next. So if it goes that way, it more favours
Six
us
and a half.
because also we've got a better goal difference
Done some good things.
than Salzburg, so it helps.
We'll come back to
Helps
him.
if
He
we.
may yet be needed, of course.
But if we both can get a draw, but I would like a win. But either way, I'll be happy either way.
He was glad of that early work.
Fiorentina don't even look like scoring.
Got his eye in, yeah.
Yeah, and that's sort of gets
Yeah.
gets you fully focused to the task ahead.
Sometimes he worries me more when the ball is at his feet, and certainly that's the case for Terracciano in Fiorentina's goal.
Well, being a sorry goalkeeper, you have to be able to play out with your feet. The goalkeepers are not particularly used to it. Takes some time to
What?
used to do it all the time. There's that fear, of course, always that.
Fuck's sake! Can I not even get a break with Coutinho?
Things might be going right here for Lazio again.
No, I mean, I've literally, out of all the players I've had since I've started fantasy football, he's given me the least amount of points out of everyone. Yeah. So good. Yeah. He won't be playing in my team next week because they're playing against Chelsea. So, and I don't play anyone who's playing against Chelsea. That's why I'm going to take him out, and I'm just going to put. I'm going to try and see if I can try and get Aubameyang in. Because I think he'll play against Aston Villa. About my butt clock.
Has to go back for it.
Yeah.
We'll do with a bit of help here.
I've only got 2 points for Mings and 2 points for Coutinho. That is shite. And we play him next, so good luck.
Launched by Terracciano.
Yep, so good luck. Yeah. Good luck playing against us when we've literally scored nearly 10 goals in like 3 games.
He hasn't quite got his eye in just yet, which is perhaps understandable.
I bet you're still shocked about that. That we've nearly got double-figure goals in 3 games, which I didn't expect 3 games ago.
Once again, Vincenzo Italiano has taken off one of his better players, in fact, probably the best players.
Yeah, but the main result, which no one expected, was the AC Milan one. That was the shot one.
Midweek action. Couple of days time. Perhaps. Lecce at the weekend. That's a game that they'll be looking to bounce back in. It's an acceptance really that this game is beyond them.
This is just so funny. Liverpool are literally getting absolutely done over. They've now got a player in. Oh, I'm loving this.
Our view of it, Lazio believe they've measured the job tonight against Fiorentina.
Yeah, and the last thing you want to see is a speed merchant entering.
Hey guys,
in the last 10 or so
minutes. give you guys a bit of news.
And I think one of the underrated
for you guys, folks. Luis Diaz is ruled out until December with a knee injury, so get in.
You're doing quite well to get in the team, FM.
Yeah.
Legend! I bow! Legend!
Felipe Anderson and Zakanyi, the wide front men, replaced.
I bow to this legend, which did Chelsea such a great service, aka Pedro Rodriguez. That's why I do that to any player that's played for us who's done well, because he deserves it. Because he's part of a Champions League winning squad.
Absolutely no surprise.
Europa League, but here's what a European winner with us.
They play midweek as well.
I thought it was.
Europa League, but they've got a massive one at the weekend, haven't they? Udinese, flying high.
Yeah. Yeah, in pre-season.
Which all underlines how important it is to come here tonight and win.
Yeah.
It was in a pre-season friendly.
Which they are doing.
And this is what I think's funny. Liverpool now buggered. Luis Diaz is out until December, so have that, Liverpool. So have that, Liverpool.
Cancellieri did his bit, stopping Fiorentina breaking quickly. That would please Sarri.
Young Matteo Cancelleri actually didn't do his teammates any favour there. He came in and just squeezed that space, middle of the park, but he was best off just staying wide.
Oh my!
Received the ball himself.
And you got
is slightly better.
oh, and you got something spot on this season.
And another moment of opportunity goes begging for Fiorentina. This
My
one,
mate got something
Lazio
right this
also.
season about managerial sacking. You got a prediction right in a managerial sacking because you said Steve Bruce would get sacked by West Brom,
It's
and
in
he
my
did.
contract.
Yep, and they've got no Luis Diaz until December. Oh no, it's actually be more or less January.
Off goes Dodo. Barak.
Oh, so they're buggered our liver shite.
Lazio have negotiated their way through to the 80th minute with scarcely an alarm after the first 3 or 4 minutes of this second half. Mandragora's gone off the boil tonight.
Wow. Okay, now that is interesting.
It's the Lazio fans who become more and more
Okay.
audible, and the whole mood around the rest of the ground. The supporters of La Viola, it's growing quieter and quieter.
Well, here's some news from and this is from a player that you said's decent in Super League. Danny Levy of Huddersfield Giant has been released on compassionate grounds.
Helped him out. Now they're trying to raise a rallying cry. Saponara.
Leeds Rhinos, why don't you go and snap this guy up?
Biragi.
Danny Levy.
Romagnola got the header.
He's been released early on his. He's not Huddersfield anymore. He's been released early on compassionate grounds. Yeah, he's been released from his contract 12 months early.
Acerbi has been such a servant for them. Everybody else seems to be ready to man up, stand up.
Yes, a veteran who served.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you told me this, but Jake Wellesley has joined Wigan.
Defensively, they don't seem to have suffered too much at all.
Jake Wellesley has joined Wigan.
That decision was handball against Cancelleri, incidentally.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to get. Yeah, cause he's joined Huddersfield Giants when literally 2 players from Wigan have gone the opposite way as part of their move.
It could yet be a different story if Fiorentina score here now. Biragi. Gonzalez couldn't bring it down. Biragi's brought his man down. Free kick to Lazio.
Fiorentina, you are shite.
Tetsuto, the 4th official, is literally putting Italiano in his box.
Sacked in the morning is crop shite.
Providel ushers everybody away.
And I feel sorry for that in Wepu.
Pedro scurries after it, squares it to Immobile.
Game over! 3-0 Lazio.
Wonderful persistence from Pedro, a classy little assist from Immobile, and Luis Alberto vouchsafed.
Luis Alberto, 3-0.
And Lazio.
Game, set and match. Shitey Fiorentina, who can't seem to score a goal or win a game.
Well, the difference is in the finish, Paul, isn't it? Not all builders look and are the same. On the surface, perhaps, but this is the difference, isn't it? What they do with that final few strokes of the brush. Those little pieces
Oh
of
my
difference,
God,
that's it, it's a
Kante
good
is
job
still
on
injured.
Lazio with a fine finish.
Kante's missing Melantric with a hamstring injury.
Quality-driven performance. Save their energy, and when they've needed those little sprinkles of stardust, they've had them. That was a terrific strike, wasn't it, from Alberto?
One of his specialities. So
You know what Kante did? He suffered a reaction to his existing hamstring injury in training. Kante. So they basically trained him while he was still injured to try and get him back fit, but he may end up getting a recurrence of the same injury while he's still injured. But also Ziyech, is also going to be missing because through illness.
He's got a good left foot. He just hasn't had enough opportunities, really.
And Kante has not played since the 14th of August for us.
In the near post.
Pedro's keen to keep.
Oh my God. Wolves are talking at maybe getting Lopetegui.
The final.
You know the Lopetegui, the the Seville coach, ex-Spain manager.
The sporting director Iglitare, well pleased, but the
Julian Lopetegui.
not so.
Oh, I tried my best. I thought I didn't know how you pronounce it, but I tried my at least I gave it a go. That's all that matters.
Too much, to be honest. They've just been outdone by some classy play in the final third.
Yeah.
They've seen lots of the ball for Fiorentina, both first and second halves.
And they've literally the chairman.
Some time ago, my friend,
Yeah, the Wolves chairman has flown over to Spain to talk to him about it.
At least one of them should. We could have been looking at a different scenario in this game.
That'll be a really good manager for Wolves if they get him.
So just one goal, then it just lifts everybody even more. I mean, if they've been able to get an equaliser, Kearney had a half chance. He struck it with his right foot, wasn't able to get it between the sticks, hit the side netting.
No way through for Biragi once more. Milinkovic Savic teasing Barak there. Luis Alberto.
Oh, could this be 4-0? No,
Terracciano.
he ran it too much.
That couldn't have been any closer, could it? They've got away with it.
He certainly gathered it inside the box, and he wasn't able to keep it in there. Pedro is, I think he's borderline offside anyway. Yeah.
And Atletico Madrid have re-signed Antoine Griezmann on a permanent deal.
Even when he's running at such speed. Matteo Berrettini on the left. Italian tennis player, pretty good one at that. Must be a Laviola fan.
Might give him something to cheer about here, Gonzalez.
How have you missed that, Fiorentina? The goal was gaping.
Good chance. Great first touch. Got to hit the target. Yeah, that comes off the ankle bone as opposed to the boot.
Boo! Fiorentina shite.
Safely behind the post.
Get ready when you play Hearts. You're gonna lose because you lost this game.
Yeah, Lazio has
the confidence will be drained.
Immobile, his goals record over many seasons says that. A pretty good supporting cast as well, not only in the starting lineup today, Paul, but from the bench as well. Some good players coming on.
Indeed so. And making a mark, more importantly. Milinkovic-Savic. Immobile.
Oh, it's 4-0! 4-0!
Said it was coming.
We've seen it before. 187 times to be precise.
And it's Ciro Immobile with the goal, folks.
Entirely fitting, and I know it's going to hurt Fiorentina, but maybe tomorrow.
Assisted by Milinkovic-Savic.
It had to be for the one and only Ciro Immobile.
That player is a talent, Ciro Immobile.
Milinkovic-Savic seems to grasp the gravity of the moment here, Efan, because I fancied him to go and score himself.
What a goal. Superb run. The weight of pass as well. What about that for a back here? We said this guy is super talented. Left foot, right foot. There's another reminder of the qualities he possesses. And Immobile just put himself in the right position. There you go. I just side foot that one past you. Because I can, and I have done so often. It's a terrific goal, isn't it? Realise there's the Lazio fans in that corner of the ground. A full and firm final stop. Perhaps, maybe there's another one to come.
This is cruel indeed on Fiorentina. But
you wouldn't call Milinkovic-Savic a supporting actor in this cast, would you? But everybody plays second fiddle in terms of goal scoring to Immobile, but what an assist.
Saponara. Mali. All they get is a corner.
Chances to score, the opening goal of the night. A chance to equalise, if you like. Not a great one, as I said. Koenig gets one into the side netting. There's an opportunity then, wasn't there, a few moments ago for Gonzalez to get what would have been a consolation, make it 3-1. Not to be.
That's the ground on which Chesterfield are going to on Saturday in the FA Cup. Look at how rugged that ground. It looks so rugged. So these players are going to go from, say, playing Wrexham, Notts County to playing this. How on earth, Fiorentina, have you lost 4-0?
Is a better reflection on the truth of matters.
Who Hearts got this week? Do you mean in the in Europe?
Defiant tone, or there might be more
Fiorentina away.
Fiorentina.
But they're playing a team which are devoted to confidence and can't really score goals. Especially at home.
Switch by Barak to Saponara. Biraghi.
That's the ball.
Well, they kept at bay. Goal kick, I think.
Well, defeated the home fans, aren't they? They're not down and out. Still supporting their players.
Very good effort from that end of the stadium. There's a lot of empty seats elsewhere. Felt like it was full. It wasn't brimful here in the Artemio Franchi, but big game atmosphere. Great expectation for Fiorentina coming into it.
Yeah, big match performance, however, from Lazio.
Yes, indeed.
Devastating play in the final third. This is a real reminder to the teams above them in the table right now, the ones in and around them. So heavyweights are not quite firing on all cylinders so far yet in Serie A. Inter Milan, Juventus amongst them. And this Lazio outfit, they're desperate to stay the course, and on tonight's showing, looks like they can do. They've certainly got the quality in the final third.
Keen to protect that clean sheet through to the finish. This might be the finish. It's Luis Alberto one last time.
Oh, that's a waste.
Yeah, Maurizio Sarri, he never looks particularly happy, does he, or satisfied on the touchline, but inside he'll be absolutely beaming. His post-match conference will say well done, but we can do better, you would imagine. Terrific performance and well-deserved 3 points.
Full time, Fiorentina 0, Lazio 4. Like, subscribe with the notification. Don't forget it. Oh, if you are new. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for an important game in the Champions League between AC Milan and Chelsea. Hopefully you can go and get the win. Fingers crossed.